You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I got to tell you, I think what Sophie Cunningham is saying here about the Indiana Fever offense should be obvious. This should be how it is. If you're a Caitlin Clark, if you're a LeBron James, your system should, your basketball offensive system should run through that superstar. And Sophie Cunningham has come out and said such, and says that it was running through her. I guess when she was on the court. Now, we saw a few times where it looked like it was actually running through her. But we also saw times where it looked like it absolutely was not. She was playing off the ball way too much. But what has surprised me about these comments is Sophie Cunningham is getting attacked. What? Why is this happening? And unfortunately, she's getting attacked from the haters and from some Caitlin Clark fans. Some Caitlin Clark fans. I don't know why. Some Caitlin Clark fans are saying, well, she shouldn't even say this out loud. And I'm like, but Sophie was on the team and knows what's going on. Everybody's got to ask for permission. I don't get that. I really don't. I think she's just stating something that we can all see with our own eyes if we're paying attention at all. But I think there is, and I've noticed this, there is a small group of Caitlin Clark fans and a small group of Indiana Fever fans that are anti-Sophie Cunningham fans. All right? By the way, they're part of the old WNBA fandom too. All right? I'm just pointing that out. And a lot of you fans know exactly what kind of fans those are and how they act. And then some just hate her because, well, for lack of a better way of putting it, Sophie's white and she's hot. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. So we're going to look at some of the hate. We're going to listen to the comments and then look at some of these attacks.
See Caitlin or like a healthy LeBron, wherever they go, that team will probably be above 500.
Yep. But
is that fair to say?
Yes, but I think that the reason behind that is because those types of athletes, they get to come into an organization, they have the green light and they can do whatever they want. Where that is very rare to get drafted and be able to control the whole system.
Right. Was CC making decisions like?
Yeah.
Within, yeah.
As she should.
No way.
As she should, but I also think that they... Go ahead.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that. She's just young. I just didn't think that.
But when you have a generational talent like that, she should have a lot to say of the system. I also think when you have
Caitlin or like a healthy LeBron, wherever they go.
Okay, so you heard it. If you've got a generational talent like that, she should make some of these decisions. Well, for whatever reason, this got her hate. And I'm not sure why. But here we go. I'm so sick of Sophie, bruh. Please get the hell on. What'd she do? Yapping too damn much as usual. I mean, she said nothing we don't know. Exactly. I think this kind of thing is fairly obvious if you're paying attention. Seriously. She makes me wonder if the front office will call her back. I don't get it. The one player that physically in person took up for Caitlin Clark. I don't get it. I really don't. She says too much, and she's brought too much heat on Caitlin Clark with her antics. Again, she's the only one that has physically taken a stand against all these other athletes that's beating the crap out of. I mean, look, I'm sorry, but every other player on this team, none of them have physically stepped up. When something has went down on the court. When the drama started, Aaliyah Boston disappeared. They all disappeared. I mean, honestly. She says too much. She brought too much heat on Caitlin Clark. I knew she would when they announced she was coming to Indy. I want her to explore other opportunities next season. All I'm saying. I mean, it's crazy. On her podcast bullshit, question mark. She's so far up Caitlin's ass, it's just embarrassing. Like, sure, it's cool you love Cece as you should, but shut the fuck up about her business. Really? They're on the same. They play on the same team again. She's saying something that everybody knows. This offense and this system should run through Caitlin Clark. She's a generational. She gave her a massive compliment. She mentioned her and LeBron in the same. I mean, honestly, think about that. We love Sophie, but just my opinion, but she should give it a rest and stop talking about what goes on in the Fever locker room and doing it for podcast clips. Come on, girl, stop it. What is she supposed to talk about if she can't talk about her very own basketball team? I mean, I understand she's got other things to talk about, but of course, the Indiana Fever are going to be a source of content for her, for any player. Any player in this league or any other league, whatever professional sport and or team they're involved with, they're going to talk about that stuff on their podcast. They just are. Now, you could argue whether or not any athlete that's active should have a podcast. That's an argument that could be had, I guess. She's not saying anything she's not allowed to say. She's not stupid. Some things they probably want out since everyone was complaining all season. I mean, it's crazy. That is crazy. She's a clout-chasing mid-player. More concerned with building a brand and could care less about playing. I would argue she should have won the Sixth Person of the Year. Love Sophie and her outspokenness, but dang, girl, at least give Cece a heads up. If you're going to talk about her like this, she's just talking about the offense of the team, and then it's run through Caitlin Clark at times. I think there's times where it's pretty obvious they haven't done that. Now, it would just prompt more questions for Caitlin Clark, unwarranted. Sophie should shut up and stop the locker room and strategy talk. Her podcast is ridiculous. I mean, wow. Well, yeah, is this Fever fans? Because these people are talking like they're Fever fans. I can tell you, I can write down the players that I want back on this team. She's one of them. Because she's the only one I can actually count on dropping a bionic elbow if they try to clothesline Caitlin Clark when she's on the floor. Again, anybody watch the video of them physically restraining Sophie when Marina Maybury bashed her to the ground? Sophie tried to get to her ass. That's wild. I was like, okay, well, yeah, we can talk about the offense. And then I started reading all the comments around the interweb. And I was like, wow, okay, that's a little interesting. That's wild. That's wild. Tell me in the comments section, should she send a literal a written request to everybody she's ever going to make comments about on her podcast? I assure you, if it was my podcast, I'm not doing that. So, I mean, I don't know why I would ever expect anybody else to do that. That's just not how it's done. It's an unreasonable expectation. I mean, you have no idea what's going to be talked about. You know? Because it was her partner that started down this conversation, by the way. And that's fine. If he wants to ask about those kind of things, he should be able to. You're on a podcast with a WNBA player. Shit. If I was on there, I'd be asking all kinds of things. Isn't that sort of the point? Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.